Jujutsu Kaisen is one of those animes where the fandom is always active and on the move to make crazy theories about what might happen in the future. Most of them don't come true, but there are few theories which proves that fans can also predict the future based on the proofs given in the current timeline. There is hardly any character that has escaped the reaches of these theories. There are theories about any smallest possibility that might take place later on in the series, and ironically enough, some theories about Gojo Satoru turning evil are floating around on the internet. Before diving into this possibility and deeper into this theory, remember that this video contains heavy spoilers from JJK manga. So if you are just an anime fan, you should stop the video right now. Gojo Satoru, a name that sends chills down the spine of his enemies. Every curse is scared of Gojo because of his 6 eyes ability and limitless powers. But at this point in time of manga, some fans don't quite share the same opinion about his alignment. There is a speculation that Gojo is actually a secret villain of the story. Some theories goes as far as seeing Gojo as the potential evil mastermind behind all the events that has happened till now. Satoru Gojo is unstoppable, and once he decides to do something, no one can stop him. Except a fucking box. Anyway, since his childhood, Gojo has experienced a totally different world than anyone else living a normal life. Well, great powers comes with great responsibilities too. As the strongest sorceress alive, he was an important need for some of the people's survival. At the same time, some people tried to kill him, assassinate him, just to be the one who defeated the most powerful sorceress. He lived a paradoxical life just like his curse techniques itself, except for his relation with Geto. His powers came with massive costs that nobody else could bear, making him an outcast. That's why all of these theories are coming up, because he is a perfect target for the misunderstandings by fans. Right from the get-go, Sukuna has been the clear antagonist of the Jujutsu Kaisen. The theory points out that Sukuna hasn't really done anything that validates his role as a shonen villain. I mean, yeah, he created some problems for the Jujutsu High, and he also killed many people in the Shibuya incident arc. At most, he's been a mild inconvenience for Itadori, and he even goes out on his way to save Megumi on Itadori's request. When Sukuna gets annoyed by some powerful curses, he simply kills them, which saves everyone a lot of trouble. The fan theory also points out that these actions were definitely in Sukuna's own self-interest, and that he would absolutely wreak havoc if he could. However, he seems to be a moderately content within his situation at the moment, and is not acting openly hostile for causing any trouble for anyone. On the other hand, Gojo speaks openly about wiping out the leaders of the school because he fundamentally disagrees with them.
いっそのこと上の連中全員殺してしまおうか
Gojo voices his displeasure honestly and oftentimes, and seems a lot more aggressive than Sukuna. For Gojo to truly become an evil person, he would need to defeat animes and manga's current villains. Some fan theories even mentions that Gojo is quoted as saying he could easily defeat Sukuna at his full power. In Gojo's typical arrogant style, he doesn't even consider Sukuna as one of the most powerful curses ever, and to be a real threat to him.
力の全てを取り戻したスクナならちょっとしんどいかな
負けちゃう
勝つさ
And from what we have seen as Gojo's fighting skills, it's easy to understand his confidence. Gojo is known as the most powerful sorceress in the entire Jujutsu society. He has immense level of cursed energy and numerous fighting techniques that can easily outwit his opponents. He even has a reverse curse technique, allowing him to heal himself. Even if Sukuna could land a hit, which is impossible due to Gojo's infinity technique, he could therefore quickly heal himself, which makes him literally immortal. Although Sukuna is reported to be the king of curses, he hasn't yet showcased his full powers. Meanwhile, Gojo has made it quite clear that what he is capable of. It's why he is so cocky and arrogant about it. However, at this point in time, Gojo seems like he could absolutely defeat Sukuna, which in turn makes Sukuna a really small threat if we will look at the bigger picture and the whole story. So where's the story heading if the Sukuna is not the main villain? Of course, the manga is currently going through the Killing Game arc where the Kenjaku is the main antagonist and not really the Sukuna, but if we will look at the bigger picture, Sukuna was introduced as a main villain. And of course, the main antagonist must not be this easy to defeat by a guy from a protagonist squad, right? But this is not it though. There are also good deeds from the Gojo side too, which downsides these possibilities. If we look at it objectively, Gojo's life is in the fine line between good and evil. The way his ideologies go is susceptible to swing to the other side quite easily. Just take his desire to kill all the superiors of Jujutsu society. It's nothing short of bold and commendable that Gojo chose to raise the generation of good sorcerers instead of just killing the higher ups. It sounds all rosy because it is what is good for the characters that we have grown fond of. Gojo's position and portrayal as a perfect entity, while Akutami going as far as giving him a pose of Buddha, are quite very odd things. A little stress on this perception, and we realize that the fact that we have accepted that Gojo cannot possibly turn evil because all of the smallest details. But this is the moment we must stop and think about if Gojo's goody good morality too comes with an expiration date. Sure, like Geto said, if Gojo wanted to kill a whole bunch of people, he could. He could simply wake up a day with nothing to stop him and commit war crimes. It would be a standard villain trope, but Akutami has never went on that way to using such tropes earlier. And there is certainly a solid base for this line of thought. Jujutsu Kaisen has timely emphasized on how morals are easily debatable and slippery slope. Gojo has to be one of the few people in the story who have lost too much to measure. As mentioned before, Gojo's childhood was harrowing, but that was just the beginning of the series of cruel misfortunes for him. When it seemed like Gojo was somewhat at a stable pace of life thanks to his best friend, the incident with Riko Amani came knocking the door. The Star Plasma Vessel arc set a mouthful of events into motion, but for Gojo it was unimaginable setback. It was a glaring neon-colored reminder that Gojo was somehow not strong enough in spite of living like that. But once again, Gojo regained momentum only to come face to face with loss of Geto Suguro. Not only did he have to painfully sever ties with the only person who understood him, but Gojo also had to kill him by his own hands. Even if he had become the strongest, he could never turn the wheels of fate into his favor. After all, he would never be that strong. On the top of his stellar ability in battle, Gojo is a walking stereotype of a shonen mentor character. He is incredibly powerful and is actually good at teaching his students with an inexhaustible confidence. He is trustworthy right from the start, and though he is certainly blunt at times, it always seems understandable and justified. However, this wholesome stereotype could actually be his downfall. As noted in the Reddit theory, this fan theory phrases it as he's everyone's boy crush, so of course he will have to break our hearts. And it makes total sense. If Jujutsu Kaisen has shown us anything, it's that it's unpredictable, even for a shonen standard. Gojo is easily most loved character of the show. But that is why it would be such an opportunity for the writers to subvert expectations and have him betray his students, his peers and his viewers. This is all a theory at this point, but the creators are setting him up to be the worst character to see the fall. Moreover, it is bluntly obvious that if Gojo did want to support Kenjaku and his plans, he did not need to fake anything, right? Even when he was a teenager, he was already leagues above everyone, and just like he supported Itadori, he might as well have defied authority earlier. The basic flaw in this theory is, why would the strongest man on the series need such an intricate plan? Though Gojo is undisputedly the fan favorite of the series, the fan theory raises some fair points about the potential that Gojo has to become an evil character. As of now, this is still only a theory. Moreover, if the worst case scenario does indeed unfold and Gojo is revealed to be evil, just imagine the incredible redemption arc he could have. What are your thoughts about these theories? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news, theories and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.